Hello, investors, and welcome to another exciting episode on the Glitter Finance YouTube channel. We welcome you all to this series where we bring projects on and find out about the exciting involvements they are bringing into the crypto space. If you are new here, make sure to check out the innovations that Glitter Finance is working on by going to our socials linked below. You really don't want to miss out on those. But in this video, we are shining the spotlight on a web app looking to add a great addition to your mobile phones. I'd like to welcome a team member behind Myzis, a mobile application that's here to assist with your crypto needs. Their socials will be linked in the description below, and without further ado, let's get started. So, can you give us an introduction of yourself and your exciting project?
Yeah, sure. I'm from Mises browser, and my name is Kevin, and I'm the community manager of Mises browser. Our project is Mises browser is the world first Web3 browser with the Chrome extension support on mobile phones. So the problem we solve is to make the user's Web3 experience on mobile as good as on PC. And so right now we have four major functions. So the first one would be the Web3 dApp aggregator. The browser has a built-in Web3 dApp aggregator, which includes nearly 400 mainstream Web3 websites, allowing users to use Web3 services quickly and safely. And our browser is extension supported. So users can download the Chrome extensions directly on Mises browser and use it. The browser also has a built-in extension aggregator, which includes more than 200 wallet extensions. And our third function is resolution of decentralized domains. So the resolution of decentralized domains and IPFS is supported on Mises browser. And our fourth features would be the security wallet. We have implemented several security mechanisms to protect our users from phishing sites and scammers. So dApps, extensions, and websites of our partnership will enter this security whitelist. Yep.
Awesome. Well, it really does sound like there's a lot on this mobile app, and it's like a one-stop shop to all your crypto wants and needs just on your phone, and make the experience really as good as that it is on your computer. I know when I'm trading crypto on my
Yeah.
phone, it can get
Yeah. Yeah.
difficult.
Sure. Yeah. Because we have seen a lot of Web3 users are using PC to interact with Web3, but it comes to that the inconvenience, when they are away from PC. So we want people to can better interact with Web3 on mobile. So we want to make their Web3 experience on mobile as good as on PC.
Of course, and I think it's extremely important, especially because crypto is always moving. Crypto, it doesn't
Yeah,
stop when you're off of
exactly.
your PC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that this is a great use case, and I think many people can make use of it for sure. So, how many team members are actually a part of the project, and how did you all meet?
Um, Actually, we have around 10 team members right now, and around five for the codings, those stuff, and five for marketing stuff. So, and they were actually, I just joined the team last year, so they were actually the former colleague in a big storage company. So they were made before.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah,
So,
and I just joined last year, so yeah.
great. Well, I think it's been a wild ride, especially with all the recent developments that's been going on. So, do you know? I know that you just joined last year, but do you know of any idea of where they came up with how to build this app? Of
Yeah,
Yeah, you do.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
I'd
Like,
love to hear the story.
yeah, because they've been doing other projects other than this. So I know some of the main point of our current project, which is the Mrs. Brother. So I think the biggest value of me, you know, for the biggest value of Mrs. Brother, the biggest value of Mrs. is that Miss could be become the portal of Web3. So early DeFi use the Chrome plus MetaMask extension mode, but mobile version of Chrome is not as powerful as PC version. So as the mainstream Web2 browser, Chrome has the potential to become the portal of Web3, but it's not built for Web3, and its team does not understand the needs of Web3. So Chrome does not support extension on mobile, which means users cannot install wallet extension and use Web3 dApps on Chrome mobile version. And Chrome does not have the development plan that supports Web3 domain names, decentralized storage, decentralized database, and other necessary Web3 functions. So to become a Web3 portal and lead the development of Web3, Chrome must be led by a team that understands Web3. So from our point of view, this possibility is very slight. So the current performance of the multi-chain wallet is weak and the scalability is poor. Multi-chain wallets often come with the web wheel control that can access web pages, but the web wheel control is not the core of the real browser. It has limited functions and it has limited support for JavaScript using the web wheel control to access about I guess it's 150 common use DeFi websites. About 60% have various problems. And multi-chain wallet needs a development work in order to support different public chains, which means it does not have good openness and scalability. So Mises has a market opportunity to become a Web3 portal through the open architecture of browser plus extensions. That's our mission, I guess.
Yeah, that's is that app actually on the Play Store and the App Store right now available for everyone to download?
It's available on Google Play, but it's currently not available on the App Store. But we're working on it.
Is there a way for iPhone users to download the app? I think I did see
Yeah,
something
sure,
about
sure.
that.
Yeah, but they need to use the test flight,
Okay.
So it's gonna, but it's less powerful than the Android version because it can support extension on iOS, right? So it's less powerful.
Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. So you mentioned that there are around 200 extensions that are actually included with the browser.
Yes, you can no for after you download the app, you will see the MetaMask install integration, but the rest stuff you can download it by yourself.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice. And I also noticed that when you get the app, you're asked to register for a Mises ID, I think. What exactly is that used
Yeah.
for?
So for now, it can be the username of your. Sorry, you mean the Mises ID, right? It's
Yes.
basically the address of our blockchain because we have our own blockchain, Mises chain. So it is the address of our blockchain. So while you transferring the Ms, which is our token, it can be only transfer within the between the Mises ID right now.
Yeah, I think this is actually a great segue into the Mises chain. What can you tell us about that?
So right now, for the Mises chain, uh, yeah. So we're dedicated to building infrastructure of Web3 with this main product like the Mises chain, Mises ID, Mises browser, and decentralized storage, also AMT maybe later. So the Mises chain is designed for Web3 applications, and it's 100% open source based on the Cosmos SDK and tournament consensus, and created with high concurrency and low gas fee. So it's the current state for the
Awesome.
Mises chain. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. And for those who would like to learn more about it, their website and all the other information will be linked in the description below to really dive deep more into it and get a better understanding. So, is this ID necessary to actually start using the browser, or can you skip the registration and use the browser?
To be honest, you can skip the Mises ID registration for now to just use the web browser to use the Web3 browser. But Mises ID is an identification system based on the Mises chain with the features of Uquinus and security, privacy, and it's compatible with ETH address. So so the ownership of Mises ID belongs to users, but whether you want to but for now it can be, you know, used for many. It has not many utilities right now, so you can skip it for just using the browser. Yeah, but
Yeah,
later I recommend you you register Mises ID because it's more important in the future. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. That absolutely makes sense. So I also saw that users can like, share, follow, and even post on the app. Is this like a social media platform as well?
Yeah, there is discover page on our app, and it's more like a decentralized community. So you can use like you can say that's like decentralized Twitter. So you can post your stuff, stories, photos, whatever you like in the community, and there are a few functions I like the lag, uh, comment, retweet, I guess, because it's a small part of our uh, browser. It's actually a separate part, but it's interesting that you can use a browser and social media together. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, that is actually
So
very unique. Yeah.
yeah, so it's kind of cool to use those stuff together at the same time. So we want to like remain these features on our browser right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that that's actually a really interesting feature, and it might even it gives a sense of community to everyone that has the app, and I think that that's just a great addition
Yeah,
as well.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And do you actually have the number of downloads that the app received, or the number of people that are kind of active on this on the Discover page?
Yeah, definitely. So we have close to sorry, let me check.
Yeah, no problem.
We have close to yeah 500,000 downloads and about 40,000 daily active users. And our users are mainly from the like North America, European, and Southeast Asia, including Vietnam, Indonesia, Philippines, and Singapore, and also Nigeria. Yeah,
Wow, over 500,000 downloads and around
yeah,
40,000 active users. That
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could definitely see that spread like wildfire. As we talked about earlier, it's just so convenient to have all of these features on your phone. It's kind of a given. It's a no-brainer to just get the app and go ahead and start using it if you're a crypto enthusiast or a crypto trader. So I assume that NFTs are also a part of the app.
yeah. So for the NFT is right now is in the beta version, so you can only use the NFT um, as your avatar. Like Twitter, it shows different kind of avatar. You know, the size and
Mm.
the form is different. Yeah, so it's more like it's similar like our community. So it's our early decision to develop those features, but right now we are focusing on our browser, but we'll still building it for the for necessary use. Yeah,
Okay, nice.
and also, oh, sorry, I also want to add the point on our business community because I saw I was less information about it. So, so for our community, Mrs. Community, is 100% user-owned data. So our social data is completely owned by users and cannot be deleted by anyone. So I just said it's decentralized, and you can always access your data without worrying about being suspended. And also, it's 100% freedom of speech. That's the main point. We leave these features on our browser. All content posted by users is stored on nodes of Mises network, which means zero censorship and 100% freedom of speech. Yeah,
that's actually a great feature. That's a great addition. So it's completely decentralized, and you have that 100% freedom of speech. Yeah, I could see this
yeah,
website, even this Discover page, get adopted in the near future for sure. and become very,
Yes.
very, very active. Absolutely. So, regarding the actual security of the app, I know that many people they would be kind of afraid maybe integrating their MetaMask in, putting in their private keys or secret keys or really any one of those extensions, kind of holding like for example having their staking on Beefy Finance and everything. They would have to kind of have the extensions on the app and put in the secret keys, private keys, and then it would just live on the app there. So, what can you tell us about making people feel safe about doing that? As I know that there are many people that are worried about doing this, as it's their funds that are putting money in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I feel you. So, yeah, we know that users who use extension wallets on Mises must worry about the security of their assets. So, like the questions be like, does Mises have a backdoor to steal the user's private key? And does Mises have a security loophole that can be exploited by hackers or and to steal users' private keys? So what I want to say is the first would be Mises is a completely open source project. So if Mises takes the initiatives to obtain the user's private key, it will be discovered by the developers all over the world, right? So and the second point I want to say is Mises is based on the Chrome code, and is and the main modifications are support the Chrome extension protocol on mobile, the display of extensions in the form of a tab page on mobile, and the mechanism for opening and closing communications in the extension tab page. It does not involve the extension protocol. The communication between the extension and the kernel, so etc. The security of the mobile and is the same as the asset of the PC, and the security of the Chrome Plus extension on the PC has been tested for a long time. And third point would be Mrs. Warren uses against Web3 phishing websites, which is our new features. And Mrs. also cooperate deeply with Blockon, which is the security company, if you know that, to warn users of possible fraudulent wallet address through Blockon algorithm. Yeah, so they don't really need to worry about the security.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for actually explaining that really well. I think that definitely makes many more people feel a lot safer about using this app. So while we're on the topic of security, you also didn't mention this, the kind of the phishing detection, the contract security detection and reminder. How exactly does that work, and what triggers that detection?
So it's according to the similarity of the phishing websites and between and the real website. So our code will detect the similarity and warn the users if they are entering a phishing website. And we're still working on the contract detection, I guess, if I remember correctly. But the phishing website is the warning of the phishing website is live now, and we tried that. We have tested that for months. So right now, I think it's pretty um, like pretty useful for the users. So it's basically the you know especially for just like I said, the similarity of the um, alphabets and numbers within the address.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very interesting. I also did see something about that contract security detection, and I think that that's also an extremely interesting concept. Do you know anything about that? Do you know maybe if it's on the roadmap and when that would get released, or what the progress is on that right now?
Yes. To be honest, our developers are currently working on that. So I don't really know too much about that stuff. So maybe we can talk about it later in our next conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I would highly recommend everyone to stay tuned, maybe follow your Twitter and stay tuned to your social media or Telegram, and even
Yeah,
stay tuned
sure. Yeah.
to Glitter Finance. Hopefully, we can have another conversation in the future, in the near future, and we can bring this topic up as well. So, yeah, okay, let's move on to another feature that you have, which is the Web3 domain name resolution. I know that you did mention this a little bit at the start, and I just like kind of more clarity on what exactly this is and how users can benefit from using this.
So yeah, for the Web3 domain names, you can we're supporting Ethereum like ENS, unstoppable domains, and .bit. So if you are the owner of these domain names and you have your particular um, domain page of those domain names, you can just enter the like vitalik.eth, and you will see your personal profile on the on our website. So it's pretty convenient to access and visit your uh, like domain names page. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah, that's a very interesting addition as well. So I also did see something about me staking. So I think many people would be very interested in that. They'll actually be earning by actually, I guess,
Oh,
putting in
yeah.
their tokens in a staking protocol on the website. Is that how it works, or how can you explain that? Can you walk us through how that would work?
Yeah, sure. So we have our Miss live right now, but it's not yet listed. But you can earn more Miss by staking your Miss on our validators. So right now we have more than 200 validators right now, and as you can see, the APR is very high right now. So there are more people to willing to stake their Miss on our nodes, and basically they can earn more means, and they can, you know, get more rewards from the staking. So right now it's just the point that they can get more means to be prepared the future use. Yeah.
So where does this APR actually come from?
Oh, it's all about our tokenomic, but actually we have our four major validators from our team, and they're providing more the voting power. So actually, the actually we have all planned out, but like I said, I'm actually not a developer, so I can't really tell the you know the reason the APR where the APR come from.
Yeah, absolutely. That's no worries. Yeah. Again, the website will be linked in the description below. People can check that out. That's
Sure, yeah,
a very
it's
great
on our
way of
website. Yeah,
earning. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Thanks.
awesome. It's a great way of earning. And can you actually do that on the app itself, or where would you get redirected to get started on earning this APR and start staking?
Yeah, sure. You can just directly stake your Miss in our app. It's more convenient to use app to stake, because and also we're thinking about to add a more faster like the faster gateway for the blockchain block explorer, like the blockchain scanner, so the people can read their history more conveniently. And yeah, you can just basically do everything for the staking in our app. Yeah.
Great, great. Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, your app is like it's a one-stop shop. It's great. So
Yeah.
on the, I think it was the guide, there was airdrops mentioned where users could just download the app and get some free Mies airdrops. Have all of these been claimed? I saw that it's for the first 100,000 users, I believe, that get 3% of the Mies kind of gets
Uh,
airdropped, and you just get a portion of that.
yeah, I get it. So it's more like a insensitive for the users. So yeah, we have said that the first 100, uh, 100, 100,000, right? Or sorry, I forgot the number, but we're increasing it. So right now we still have the airdrop on ongoing. So people can still download and earn some means by downloading our app and creating a Mrs. ID, sorry.
Oh,
So it's still ongoing. Yeah.
awesome. So does that mean that initial 3% that was planned to get allocated for these
Yeah,
airdrops, has that been
it
raised?
is increased. Yeah, it's been increased. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Well, I guess I just have one last question. I think that we did cover a lot about what the app is currently today, but where do you see the app headed in the future?
Yeah, sure. That's yeah, because we are building a fully decentralized product. So in the future, I think we're gonna support major decentralized storage projects such as Arweave, Swarm, and Falcon, etc. So on the basis of Web3 domain names and decentralized storage, we will support fully decentralized Web3 services. For example, the current DeFi services can be completely decentralized and provide users with decentralized data access services, help users truly own their data from centralized institutions. And furthermore, users can treat their own data. All their data that does not require logistics, such as software, activation codes, videos, online literature, and etc. All can be treated more conveniently around the world, allowing their creators to get more income. Definitely, yeah. And we will eventually support decentralized database projects, thereby supporting all Web3 applications, including but not just limited to social media, communities, marketplace, and etc. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow, it sounds like there is a lot on the roadmap. So that is very
Yeah.
exciting for sure. And I'm just very excited to see this app grow and grow to its full potential. It's already at a great place today, and just seeing what it can do in the future is very intriguing. Absolutely. So would you like to say any final thoughts to the audience before we go ahead and wrap this up?
Yep. So, um, just try to download our app, and you will see the value. Yeah.
Great, nice. Yeah, the app is available on the Play Store, and for iPhone users, it is available. You just have to kind of jump through a hoop, the test pilot, but there are some limited features there. But you did say that you're working on releasing that on the App Store, right?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Nice. Well, that is a wrap for today's discussion on the latest innovations from Glitter Finance. So, thank you so much for actually being here with us and explaining the contribution to the crypto space that this whole project is making. We hope you found this conversation enlightening and informative and have a better understanding of the exciting advancements happening within the DeFi world. So, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you to the
Thank you.
audience for joining us
Thank you
today.
again for the yeah. Thank you for the invitation. I'm so glad to be here today. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. It was great speaking with you. It was really a pleasure hearing about the project, and you really explained it all well. You explained all my questions really well. So thank you so much. I'm sure
No
the
problem.
audience
Yeah.
appreciated it
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thanks.
So thank you to everyone for joining and being a part of the Glitter Finance community. We look forward to continuing to bring you the latest and greatest in the world of finance. Make sure to check out the description for all the website links of the project and for our project, the Glitter Finance. And until next time, so thank you very much.